Imagine waking up one morning to complete darkness. You check your phone. It's 10 a.m., but outside looks like midnight. You rush to the window expecting to see stars, but there's nothing. Just an endless void where the sun should be. This isn't an eclipse or a storm. The sun has simply vanished. What happens next would rewrite the fate of our planet in ways more terrifying than any science fiction. The first change would come 8 minutes after the sun's disappearance. That's how long sunlight takes to reach Earth. One moment there's daylight, to next, eternal night. Streetlights would flicker on automatically, but the true horror would dawn slowly as people realize this isn't a normal blackout. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would stop immediately. Plants can't survive long without it, and neither can we. But darkness would be just the beginning of our problems. The sun's gravity is what keeps Earth in orbit at about 67,000 miles per hour. If that gravitational pull disappeared, our planet would become a runaway spaceship, hurtling in a straight line through the galaxy. We wouldn't feel this motion immediately, but over time, the consequences would be catastrophic. The moon would be the first to notice. Its orbit depends on Earth's gravity, which would suddenly become the dominant force in our system. Temperature drops would come shockingly fast. Within a week, global averages would plunge below freezing. Within a year, surface temperatures could reach minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The oceans would freeze over completely in a matter of months, though the deepest waters might stay liquid for centuries thanks to Earth's internal heat. The atmosphere itself would begin to condense and fall as snow, creating bizarre nitrogen and oxygen frost on the frozen ground. Human civilization would collapse almost immediately. Power grids would fail as solar panels stopped working and demand spiked. Nuclear and fossil fuel plants might keep running temporarily, but without functioning infrastructure, distribution would be impossible. Food supplies would vanish as crops die and livestock perished. Supermarkets would be looted within days. The lucky ones might have generators or stockpiles, but no amount of preparation could last against an eternal winter. Some might try fleeing underground where geothermal heat could sustain life longer. Places like Iceland with abundant geothermal energy might become temporary refuges. Scientists might attempt to create artificial ecosystems using nuclear power, but these would be fragile lifelines at best. The deeper tragedy would be the psychological toll, knowing that every day would be colder than the last, that spring would never come again. Nature would face its own apocalypse. Most plants would die within weeks. Trees might stand for years as frozen monuments to a lost world. Animals would succumb quickly. Tropical species first, then temperate, with only the hardiest Arctic creatures surviving slightly longer. Deep ocean ecosystems around hydrothermal vents might persist for decades or even centuries, the last living relics of Earth's biosphere. The planet itself would undergo bizarre transformations. Without tidal forces from the sun, earthquakes and volcanic activity might decrease over time. The frozen atmosphere would create strange pressure differences, possibly causing hurricane-force winds as remaining gases circulated. Earth's magnetic field would continue protecting us from cosmic radiation for millennia, though without the solar wind, its shape would change dramatically. Perhaps the most haunting change would be in our sky. Without sunlight to scatter, the stars would become clearly visible at all times, a beautiful but chilling reminder of our isolation. Constellations would appear fixed since we'd be moving in a straight line rather than orbiting. Over centuries, the familiar patterns would distort as we traveled farther into interstellar space. This nightmare scenario reveals how delicately balanced our existence is. The sun isn't just a light bulb in the sky. It's the engine of our climate, the architect of our seasons, the timekeeper of our biology. Its gravity shapes our solar system's dance, and its energy fuels every bite of food we eat. We take its constancy for granted, but this thought experiment shows how terrifyingly dependent we are on that steady yellow star. While the sun's sudden disappearance is scientifically impossible, it can't just blink out of existence. The exercise forces us to confront our place in the universe. We're passengers on a rocky spaceship, entirely at the mercy of cosmic forces beyond our control. The next time you feel sunlight on your skin, remember, that warmth is the difference between life and a frozen, lifeless rock drifting through the void.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.